Hey there, friends. Today we're going to be working on our phonics, and we're actually focusing on our phonics from our spelling words this week. So I've pulled out my reading notebook, and I'm opening up to the next blank page in my reading notebook, and I'm going to title it Phonics. And then I'm going to explain which phonics. It's two vowels with, and when you see a W and a slash, that means with. It's the shorthand for with R. So basically we're looking at words that have two vowels and then the R after that vowel. And once you've done this, you are going to want to turn your notebook to the side. Now, if I move too quickly for you, please feel free to stop this video at any point and pause it in order to be able to take the notes and finish writing before I move on. So when we put this to the side, we're going to follow this red line right here. And that gives me a nice, mostly straight line. And then I wanted to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I had to look over at my notes. I want to do 5 different columns here. And we're going to separate it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made 6 columns. So if you make 6 columns like Miss Rogge did, it's okay. And then at the top of these, I'm going to put the different spelling patterns that we're looking at. And if you notice all of our spelling words this week, they have one of 5 different spelling patterns. You have air, ear, ear, or, and or. And I said the sound that they all make as I wrote them out. And if you notice, some of them make the same sound even though they're spelled differently. So air is kind of by itself, but we have ear, E-A-R, and ear, E-E-R. So they make the same sound even though they have an E-A-R and an E-E-R spelling. Same thing with this one. We have or, O-O-R, and or, O-U-R, as our spelling pattern here. And I have written down 9 of our spelling words, so we're going to do a couple of these together, and then I'm going to want you to go back and try this on your own without Ms. Rogge and using the spelling words that you have in your spelling list. So right here, these are the first 9 spelling words that we had: tour, deer, pear, deer. Oops, I think I misspelled that deer. Look, that's what happens when you don't pay attention. D-E-A-R, deer, clear, chair, floor, pour, near, hair, here, and door. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at each of these words and we're going to find the spelling pattern and we're going to write it underneath that column. So when I look at tour, I have the O-U-R spelling pattern. So I'm going to write that over here underneath O-U-R. I have the tour, sound. I also have my first deer, which is an E-E-R. So I'm going to write him underneath, or her, could be a girl deer, underneath the E-E-R sound. After that, pear is A-I-R, and you guessed it, it is going right underneath the pear sound. And then after that, we have another deer, only this is E-A-R. And this is what we call a homophone, when you have 2 words that are sounding the same, but they're spelled differently. And we'll probably get into this a little bit later, but we have deer and deer, and they sound the same, they're spelled differently, and they mean 2 different things. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to jump right down here to floor, F-L-O-O-R. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your first 9 spelling words. I want you to go back and look at your spelling list, and I would like you to put your rest of your words into these 5 columns depending on their spelling pattern.